Okay, some photos of SERGINA SCORZA, my grandmother here, in January of 1989 at the CHAPIN home in Jamaica, New York. Grandma, God bless her. Here I am at the piano at that same thing, CHAPIN home in Jamaica, New York. There's my grandmother with her son-in-law, my father, Frank Nania. What year was that? 1987, Flushing, New York, over in the apartments on Sanford Avenue by Parsons Boulevard. Here I am at that same place with my grandma, SERGINA SCORZA, 1987, Flushing, New York, 14439 Sanford Avenue, Flushing, zip 11354. That's right off of Parsons Boulevard. Here's Grandma with the little key attached to her so she doesn't lose the key. It's hanging there. That's my mother's mother, Claire Nania's mother. That's at her apartment, 14439 Sanford Avenue, Flushing, 1987. Here she is with her son-in-law, Frank Nania, my father. And just having a good time there, having a little coffee. Alright, there she is again, Grandma SERGINA SCORZA, all the way from Solignano, Italy, born 1904, November 16th. Here she is many years later, 84 years old here, maybe 83-ish, Flushing at her apartment. Here's my dad, Frank Nania, if I could get this going here. Reading a newspaper, 14938 23rd Avenue. Whitestone, New York, in 1987. Here's Christmas 1988. 1988. Uncle Rose, Cousin Claire, Aunt Rose, Uncle Gus, my grandma SERGINA SCORZA, that's me, Joe Nania, Frank Nania, my father, and my mother was taking the photo. That's in Whitestone. Another photo of us. Cousin Claire, Aunt Rose, Uncle Gus, SERGINA SCORZA, my mother Claire Nania, my father Frank Nania. Christmas Day 1988, Whitestone, 14938 23rd Avenue. Here I am with my grandma. Christmas Day 1988, Whitestone, New York. You remember her with our little fingers together, yeah. Here's me with my cousin Claire. Christmas Day, 1988. Whitestone, New York. I remember Whitestone, boy. There's my little grandma, SERGINA SCORZA, and her son-in-law, my father, Frank Nania. I even wore that sweater later on in life. Christmas Day, 1988. Alright, Christmas Day again. There's Grandma. A little tree, extra tree put up that year. See? A little teddy bear. Whitestone, New York, Christmas Day, 1988. Another shot of me and Grandma. Yeah. Alright, here's SERGINA SCORZA, her nephew, grandson Joe, and her daughter Claire, my mother. Another shot of me with Grandma. SERGINA SCORZA. Christmas Day, 1988, Whitestone, New York. There she is. Grandma. Her son-in-law, Frank Nania, my father, and Uncle Gus Alati, who married my father's sister, Rose. Photo by Joe Nania. Here's my mother, Claire, with her mother, SERGINA SCORZA, Christmas Day, Whitestone, New York. 1988. It's coming up on 30 years in 2 months. Because today is October 30th, 2018. Uncle Gus, left to right, Aunt Rose, Cousin Claire, Frank Nania, Claire Nania, mom and dad. Here's my mom getting the dinner ready for Christmas 1988 in Whitestone, New York. Claire Nania. She was born October 4th, 1928 in Sarlignano, Italy. Ann Rose, my father's sister. Her daughter, Claire. Uncle Gus Alati. Christmas Day, 1988, Whitestone, New York. Once again, Cousin Claire, Aunt Rose, Uncle Gus, Christmas Day, Whitestone, New York, 1988. Cousin Claire and her Uncle Frank Nania, my father, December 25th, 1988, Whitestone, New York. Alright, that's Grandma up there, 1987, looking down from 3rd floor, photo by me. One of my many trips to go visit her over there on 14439 Sanford Avenue. She's in that window right there. You can see her in there somewhere, waving down at me as I'm either coming or going. Okay, there I am, Joe Nania, 1987 in Whitestone, New York. Brushing my teeth. Here's me, Joe Nania, in a cemetery up in CHAPIN, New York. Photo by Web Slate, 1987. Eerie. That's good. That's good because tomorrow's Halloween. That's a good shot for Halloween. Okay, here I am at the dentist with who? Let me see. Dr. Davis' office, Whitestone, New York. On what was that? On Willits Point Boulevard. I think this is 87. Oh boy, yeah, I remember that guy. Dentist in 63. Whitestone Boatyard. Let's see. Crest Haven, 1987-88. I wonder who took this picture. I may have taken this picture by myself off the roof of the car with a timer. Or maybe when Pam Hudson used to visit me from New City, New York. Okay, here I am again. Drogs Neck Bridge in the background, Whitestone, New York, 1977-88, zip code 11357, Joe Nania. Let's go to Long Island Sound of the East River, where the East River meets it. There's the Drogs Neck Bridge going out to Long Island. Whitestone Bridge. Whitestone, New York, Francis Lewis Park. They call it Whitestone Park. Francis Lewis signed the Declaration of Independence, by the way. Whitestone Bridge, 1987 photo. Here's Grandma as we started this video on at the CHAPIN Nursing Home in Jamaica, New York, January 89. I took this, I had 2 photos taken when I visited her. That's my mother's mother. That's us in her room upstairs. Okay, here's Grandma talking that very day, January 89, to her daughter that I called for, her other daughter out in Long Island, Adrian. We called her Aunt Pat. Grandma's talking to Aunt Pat, daughter. 1989. Took these photos of SERGINA. That's me taking the photos. In January 1989. In Jamaica, New York. Right on the Sutpin Boulevard area where the Q65 bus goes through from Flushing to Jamaica, New York.